Dude, this thing is bang. Let me get this big track open.
Bigger one, I thought.
What's up, everybody? Back out. It's Friday night. Another new track. We're at Bolivar tonight, Bolivar Speedway. It's a pretty good sized track. Even it's an old asphalt track that is really big. And there's a they put a dirt track on the kind of like on the infield. That's pretty good size. It seems like maybe a little bit bigger midway, not quite as much banking. Brian has raced on the asphalt track here once years and years ago, and I think Rob has too. But definitely the first time out here on dirt. First time I've ever been here, ever. It's a really old looking facility, but it's still pretty nice. We walk around a little bit here. We had some change of plans, another curveball. For those of you, some of you might know, and especially some locals have probably seen it on Facebook, the B-Mod's been for sale for like, I don't know, probably a month, a little over a month probably. It's pretty expensive to run, and Brian's wanted to consolidate some debt, I guess. We did some trading plus some cash for a pure stock. It's a pretty nice car. I think he said it's a 2013 B&B, but for as old as it is, it's still in really good shape. Got some good parts on it. We traded it plus cash for the B-Mod. He had a loan on his trailer, on the enclosed trailer here, and Cash was able to pay that off. And I think he's got a student loan too. The trailer's actually for sale. If anybody is interested in an enclosed trailer, I haven't really showed it much. It's got some cabinets, winch in the floor with a remote. It's even got an AC in it that works. Last time we used it works anyway. So. And I'm assuming, I'm not going to guarantee this, but it does have a generator and an air pump or an air compressor in it. I can't guarantee those go with it, but it's for sale. It's on Facebook. You can find Brian White. It's on his Facebook page. You can message him there. But we're out here pure stock racing once again, throwing back to Jacob's days. Rob's out in the stock car. They race I think about the same. I think they race about the same lineup kind of as Springfield. This is a little far west than we normally travel, so a few cars I haven't really seen very much of, but a lot of guys from Springfield I've noticed. I think he said he got the car up by Kansas City. That's where the guy was from. If anybody recognizes this, I don't know. But it's really clean inside. It's not all tore up, especially for as old as it is. He didn't think it got raced very much. But pretty good car. Body's a little scuffed up, but not too bad. He's not really looking to put a wrap on it, but I got talking to him. I'm looking for some stickers, and maybe if somebody's out there that'd like to, give us a sponsorship, hook us up with a good deal, wrap the car for us, give me some stickers, that'd be great. You can comment or message me. I think my email's on our homepage on YouTube, so you can find me there. Or TikTok. TikTok's probably the best. DM me on TikTok. That's probably the best way to get a hold of me. But if anybody does vinyl stuff or knows anybody, share this with them so they can find that out. That'd be pretty cool. But yeah, if anybody knows anybody that does wrap stuff, let them know. We're interested, definitely interested. If anybody'd like to cut a deal. We still don't have a title sponsor, so right now we're just Fifth Gear Racing, but we'll be more than happy to make them our title sponsor for the rest of the year and for years to come if they're still interested in doing a partnership. That'd be pretty cool. Somebody hopping on board for that. It is ridiculously hot tonight. High 90s, humidity's nuts. Sun's bearing down. There's not hardly any clouds in the sky. It's gonna be a hot night. We talked to a guy with the White's New that has raced here several times, and he says it gets black slick, one lane around the bottom. There's not a whole lot of banking, so it's not really a high groove, especially probably with Brian's class, something less horsepower. definitely not going to be able to get up there on the outside and run it around. So might end up being a bumper to bumper fest. You know, whoever gets out front and doesn't choke wins it. But I drew an 11, so we got a pretty good draw. We're still really early. There's not a whole lot of cars here. Probably about like midway at the moment. Hopefully we don't have the gremlins we do with the B mod. Oh, actually update, before he traded the B mod, the week before he traded the B mod, thank you guys that commented, had suggestions. One guy was actually right, he was running out of fuel. There were a couple guys said something about wiring or ignition and just the way it's I know it's hard to really tell by just video, but just the way it was acting, the way it sounded, and rewatching the in-car and stuff, it just sounded like it was running out of fuel. So they swapped a new fuel pump on it, and they went out on a Tuesday to Midway and ran, I think Brian said like 20 laps, didn't cut out at all. So I think that was the whole problem, just a bad fuel pump. So I got that switched over right before the guy come and traded it, so hopefully that guy has success with it and be a good car. It's a good solid car. There's not really anything wrong with it. Brian bought it roller, put that engine in it. It was a fresh engine, never been raced, so it's only got 10 races on it maybe. So that guy still got a lot of legs left on that to run that the rest of this year. But like I said, new car, new track. Got 2 cars out tonight. Hopefully we can get one maybe in victory lane. I don't know how many. I haven't seen a lot of stock cars. I've seen several pure stocks out. Simon's out with a stock car. There's only like 2 or 3 other ones, so it's quite a few pure stocks. Pretty good field there. So I don't know, maybe last time Rob was out, we were Springfield a couple weeks ago, landed in victory lane, didn't even have that good a run throughout the night, just ended up pulling it off in the feature. So you never know, hopefully the good luck can trail out here through the rest of the year.
What's on the inside?
Dude, this thing is banged. Let me get this big track open.
Bigger than what I thought. Yeah. You been here ever? Me?
No, I've never been here at all.
Look at the outside. There's water. Maybe that's where you go off, right there. There. Oh, maybe they took the wall off. It's kind of dangerous if the race is big. I don't know. What'd you buy?
Well, just come back from back on the track. It is very, very wet. They should have been, well, we just had drivers meeting here just a minute ago, and it just seems, this is pretty new still, and it seems really new, very primitive, I guess you could say. It looks like they've probably just watered the track a whole bunch just like an hour or 2 ago, especially as hot as it is. They should have been watering a little bit all day so it soaks in. That's just all kind of sitting on top. And I don't really know how good of racing dirt it is, so that probably doesn't help either. But we're about to do hot laps here. I think Rob's second class out and Brian's second to last, I think. What was it? Midwest mods, stock cars, Hornets pure stocks, Bs, and then they had this other class. I think Brian called it cop stock. It's like what I would think when I was a kid we had bombers, which I guess technically now are closer to pure stocks, but back in the day it was just an old Impala or Monte Carlo or some old street car. You just threw a cage in and went out and raced it. That's what these look like. These don't really look like race cars. It's a cheap way to get in, I guess, but we're getting ready to have hot laps here in a second. It's one of the guys said it seems like it's always really dry, slick, one lane around the bottom. Whoever can hold down there and not mess up, which Rob says he likes dry, slick. Brian, I don't know. Brian probably has no idea what this car's gonna do. Starting fresh here, mid-season, but I don't know. We'll see how it goes. Well, we're back from hot laps. It is extremely wet still. I know Rob did, and I don't even think Brian could really put the power down. It's so wet. Going into turns, trying to turn left, and it just keeps going straight. Front tire's pushing bad. Hopefully it'll get blown off by the time heats come around. If not, it's going to be a real tough track tonight. It's so humid. It's pretty hot. It was pretty hot during the day, but it's cooled off, but it's still really humid. So it's not going to really evaporate very much, I don't think. It's going to have to be blown off or packed in, one of the two. And like I said, I don't know if it's really necessarily race deserving, so. But it's what we got. That's what we're going to have to race with. Brian, I still don't think he really knows what he's got. Hopefully in the heat here, I think he said he starts on pole. I don't have my race pass with me, so do it at 11. Rob didn't draw so well as maybe in 30s, I can't remember. But there's a lot of guys that drew pretty small numbers, so he's going to be back. But it ended up being a really nice night. Like I said, the temperature went down. It's still pretty humid. The sun going down. It's actually kind of comfortable. But, finishing up hot laps here. I think Rob's second class out, so he's probably still going to have a pretty wet track. Brian's a little farther back in the field, so hopefully by the time he gets up here, the track will be in pretty decent shape. Brian's getting ready for his heat. Rob just rolled up staging lane. Rob starts second row inside. Brian starts on the pole. Not exactly sure. They don't run transponders here. He didn't say in driver's meet if it's passive points or if it's just heads up from finishing position. Most everywhere runs passive points, but you never know. For Brian's sake, hopefully they don't. He can just stay out front. For Rob's sake, hopefully they do, and he can pass them guys. But it's still pretty wet. It's getting better. Obviously, the more cars that's out there, the better it's getting. So hopefully by the time Brian's up, it'll be pretty decent. But finally turned the lights on. It's really dark. It might not look like it on video, but it seems a lot darker than even Midway, honestly. Ended up being a pretty good car count. Probably just as good as Midway. Not a little better. There's a lot of people in the tier parking up here. I don't know if you can see those rigs out there. But there's probably only like 25 people over in the stands. This place seems like it's got great potential. It's going to need a lot of work and a good fan base of people coming every week. And it'll do pretty good. But I'm in here. See what the new rig will do. doing some looking here. Had a little bit of smoke, quite a bit, and it got worse. Rob thought it looked like it might have been coming from farther back, maybe. Doing some brake and some rear end looking here. Ran pretty good, not too bad. Rob actually won his heat. Started inside second row, I think. Ran behind the two guys in front of him for quite a little while. Finally got around him. He's way faster than him. If he had got around him earlier, he'd had half a track on him. Simon, Rob was in the second heat. Simon was in the first. And Simon won that handily. So I think it's probably going to come down to him and Simon racing for the win. Brian's all right. He said it seemed like, how do I explain this? Like the power band kicks in at the end of the straightaway. So almost like needs a little bit smaller gear maybe. Get that towards the beginning of the straightaway instead of at the end. Can't really do nothing about it now. We don't really have another rear end. So we're gonna do some more looking here, see if we can figure out, diagnose this smoking problem. It ran fine. It got just a little bit hot right at the end. When he come into the pits, he sprayed a little bit of water on the radiator, but we'll do some investigating, see if we can find something out here. Rob's rolling out for his feature. Starts outside front row. Yeah. And you're outside second row. Brian's outside second row. Haven't been up to look at the track since Pete's. I don't think they watered it. Let's see the water truck come by. First feature's out there and it looks pretty dusty. So it's probably dry. Him and Simon will be on the front row. I'd say there'll probably be a race between them two. Brian, we looked around, we couldn't find anything. Do have another transmission. He thought it might be transmission problems. Got another transmission come with the car. So I think it's kind of good till she blows, but we'll see. Hopefully it'll hold together and everything will be all right. We have a good run here. He seemed all right. It's like I said, the power seemed to be at the end of the straightaway, so maybe make a gear change here before we come back up here. But hasn't been too bad of a night. Hopefully we can, get everything put together to have a good finish here. Well, not the end of the night that Rob wanted. Went into turn one, taking the green flag. And Simon kind of almost stopped going into turn one, it seemed like. Just backed everybody up and kind of piled into Rob. He slammed on the brakes and got pretty loose. And guys behind him just couldn't stop quick enough. Just piled in, bit the upper A arm pretty good. Can't tell about the lower yet, but she's caved in pretty good. I think Brian's got one either off his old stock car or the B-Mod. I don't think it could race on it, but we're going to put it on just to get it in the trailer. I think it bent the tire out a little bit too. Hopefully it's good enough we can just get it straight into the trailer. But, sucks, had a good car. I think it was going to be him and Simon racing for the win, but you win some, you lose some. So Brian's helping here. He's last after next, I think. So, but we got a little time here. I think we're gonna go try to fix it so we can get this loaded up right before Brian goes out, so we don't have to sit around here all night long. It's already almost 11 o'clock. Intermission was like 45 minutes or something for some reason. I don't really know. We're gonna get this fixed, and Brian will be out. Starts second row outside. Hopefully he can have a little better luck. Well, not too bad of a night. Brian anyway. Rob's a little worse for wear, but it's, I think it's just the A-arm. Well, a tie rod and his shock shaft's bent. But nothing too serious. All pretty easily replaceable stuff. First time out on the track. I don't know. It seems, like I said before, very primitive. It's, I don't know if we'll be back here anytime soon, unless they do some upgrading and some changes and stuff. But, it's cool to visit new tracks all the time. I like always trying to talk them into going someplace different. But new car's not too bad. It's got an automatic in it, and he doesn't like it. That's what he thinks. That's why all his power seems to be at the end of this straightaway. So he wants to get a different transmission to get in there, a manual. So it just always, you know, fully engaged, I guess, or whatever. Still don't really know what the smoking is. It might be the transmission. He says it leaks a little bit of fluid. I have no idea. You could not tell if it was any worse in the feature because it's so dusty. Ridiculously muddy to ridiculously dry and dusty, but you know, you run what you get given. So we'll load up here. They I guess they added a bunch of money to the pure stocks, but didn't win, so we didn't get it on that. So that sucks. But hey, let's find another day. I don't know. We gonna be anywhere next week, Brian? It says probably run midway next week. I don't know about Rob. Rob probably, he's borrowing the A-arm to get it on the trailer. Rob probably be down for a week or two at least, I'd say. But we'll load the cars up. We got a long drive tonight. Probably a little over, well, probably a little over an hour. At least a little over an hour. Probably closer to an hour and a half for me to get all the way home. It's already 1 o'clock, I think, almost. So it's gonna be late night tonight. And I feel bad for Brian because he's got to work in the morning. 5 o'clock. So we're gonna get this all shoved back in the trailer, get loaded up, head back to 11. We'll see you guys at the track.